man, like, am I worth this? Can I really do it?
Absolutely. Hello and welcome to CoachGrid. My name is Joe Spearden, joined as always by Kirsten Davis. Today, we are going to be talking to you about client engagement. A big part of what we do at CoachGrid is helping strategize not just the fulfillment of your system and its operations and its tech, but how do you deliver something really compelling for your clients? Industry standards and studies show that whether it's an online course or coaching courses, completion rates are actually very low. And you would assume because of the amount of money that somebody is spending on something like that they're going to show up and invest, time and energy into the thing. Today, we're going to talk about how to help them do that. So, Kirsten, we're going to be using an example from one of our clients. First, to talk about overwhelm. One of our clients, she works with people that are trying to lose weight, people that are trying to get healthy, which in and of itself can already be an overwhelming process. Mm-hmm. Taking into that, implementing new habits and new patterns and learning things and homework and this different stuff. She saw that this was happening with her clients, that they would burn out very quickly and not fulfill. Yeah. So as we started to build the app for her, maybe you can just talk a little bit about the conversation you had and what she does to help the clients, and then how you incorporated that into strategy and structure.
Yeah. Got my laptop here. So we're going to pull it up, and I'm actually going to show you what we did to solve this problem. And it's simple. This isn't anything groundbreaking, but when it comes to tech, it's the subtle shifts and those little details that you dial in, right, that really do make the biggest difference. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. It's just, how well is that wheel spinning? So the first thing that I'm going to show you here is we have this habit dashboard, and there's a lot of habit tracker apps out there. And a lot of coaching programs will pair habit tracking with their program, especially in the weight loss health space. And so what we did differently for this client is, before, when they were coming in, she was saying, okay, here's all the habits that we're going to develop, and you're going to add one a day. But what clients would do is they would look at that list, and you can see here on the screen, there's maybe 12 habits in any program. There could even be more than that in the longer term programs. Mm-hmm. So even though they know that they're supposed to be stacking these, they can see this giant list of habits. And so what we did for her is, on their homepage where they check in every day, they actually only see the habits that are active, and the new habit doesn't show up until they've actually completed a certain number of days of the habit before, proving that they've solidified that habit. And so that allows them to habit stack and not have to mentally think about everything that they're going to have to overcome down the road.
Absolutely. I think that's valuable for a couple of reasons. One, that overwhelming feeling, of course, I think everybody has felt that in some way. Mm-hmm. And for myself, there's some days that I have so much to do that I go and take a nap and I just don't do any of it, right? But the other side of that being, with that process, with that pattern, they're able to kind of be celebrated. And there's this idea of, well, what's next? What don't I know about? And it drives this curiosity, because oftentimes coaching clients, it's not what they have. They want the next thing. Mm-hmm. What's the thing that I don't have? Yeah. And so if you can incentivize them through the overwhelm, then it kind of hits it from both sides. Mm-hmm. We don't want you to get overwhelmed, and we want you to be really excited about what's coming next.
Yeah. And so another feature that we have in here, and this kind of goes along with the same idea of not wanting to overwhelm them up front. So again, a lot of coaches will bring in a habit tracker app, and then they also have a separate platform where they're delivering the lesson content to teach. So for this client, she needs to teach them about proper nutrition. She has meditations. She has just kind of like motivational lessons that they watch every single day of the program. And so in a lot of your traditional platforms, those are being dripped through on a separate platform. But again, you see this flat list, and then you have to go click on the video. And it might seem like a small thing, but when you're already butting up against that upper limit and that edge of, man, like, am I worth this? Can I really do it? That might be the thing that really makes them fall off. And so the other thing, I'm going to move over here on my laptop to this other screen. This is their coaching dashboard. Mm-hmm. And what we do here is every single day, one video shows up and it says, welcome, I'm so glad you're here, so glad you showed up. And as you can see, the video of the day automatically loads in, and that's the only part of the lesson that they can see. And they can go view that day's lesson, but they actually have to do quite a few clicks to go into the full course to see the historic lessons, so that they're staying active. And because with the custom app, we're able to build in the way that all of this works, just on this single page, they can do their habit tracking, they can do their daily lesson, they can schedule their call, and they can check in and review the notes and goals from that call, which again is just helping to help them stay very focused on what they're trying to do that day. And ultimately that really does increase that completion, which increases retention, results, and re-enrolls, all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the biggest things, because I've talked with a lot of coaches like, well, once they buy the thing, why do I care if they complete it or not? Right. But understanding this from a long-term perspective as a coach and running your coaching business as an actual business, both for that client and for the people that they work with. If you've been in a space before where you've purchased something and you didn't like it, there's no way you're going to refer anybody else to that, let alone want to engage in something else in that same space.
Yeah.
So when you give them the really simple, easy path of resistance and they get a victory there, man, you've got them sold in a lot of different ways. And I think the important thing that you spoke to is with the custom apps that we do, not every demographic is the same. You might work with 19-year-old young men or 70-year-old women. And those two groups are going to consume information and incorporate information in different ways and in different rates. So we can build your delivery system to the people that you're working with in the way that you're working with them. And that's been a game changer for a lot of clients as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So really simple. If you have clients, if you're working through online courses, if you're working through your online coaching, or just really throwing a lot at them at one time, a couple of tips and tricks, ways for you to ease them into it, to incentivize them through it. And if you want to really up-level that to another space, reach out to us at CoachGrid at coachgrid.com, and we can help you do all of that.